We're recording like maniacs.
Whoa, we're recording like brainiacs on Sky One with Richard Hammond.
Oh no.
Yeah, the pre-Reeves years.
Reeves?
Vic Reeves hosted Brainiac on Sky One for a while.
Oh yeah. And then it was John Tickle from Big Brother. I'm gonna say 4.
John Tickle, he wasn't a host. He was just about.
He was just about. He would just appear and be like, "Here's a fact that nobody needed to know."
That was it, and it was like he was kind of. I think was he a scientist? And then
Are you a scientist?
I was spending time with John Tickle. Are you a scientist? Are you implicated in the Trinity tests?
I mean, the first devastating thing to find out about John Tickle is he spells John Jon, no H. Just throwing caution to the wind.
He's a maverick.
Imagine Steps without H. You can't. Imagine John without H. It's just not as good. 4th series of Big Brother. Why is my Big Brother knowledge that good? Hooray!
Nah, you freaking nerd.
And you can tell he's done a lot with his career because in the top paragraph of his Wikipedia page, there it says 4th series of Big Brother, contestant on Blockbusters in 1991. Not even hosting it, he just was on it and then got famous and was on Brainiac. The next line is, he has an identical twin brother and a younger sister, which feels like either his brother or his sister edited his Wikipedia page.
It feels like his younger sister did that. That feels like a kind of, oh, fun fact, he's got a twin. He's identical twins. Very funny. And then sister commented, fuck, sister, you. Nah. Have you met any identical twins? Have you met twins?
Yes, I went to school with 2 identical twins who
You went to school with the twins?
With the twins, yes, from The Shining. Come and play with us, David. And I did every break time, and it was lovely.
One of the girls from The
holiday.
Shining, one of the girls from The Shining was an admin staff at my school.
But one of the little girls?
Mm-hmm.
So you've met one identical twin, and was the one I was joking about, like the most famous.
Yeah. I've met possibly one of the most visually distinct identical twin, other than
Fred and George, maybe from Harry Potter,
and Christian Bale in The Prestige.
You always bring up The Prestige.
It's such a weird film, David.
After
it's so dumb.
For me, I was gonna watch it, and then you spoiled it for me, and then now I don't want to watch it. But you keep on bringing it up like I need to watch it.
No, but you do. Because it's like such a.
You're trying to get me to go from Christopher Nolan to Christopher Yeslan, and it's not going to happen.
But it's like it's everything that's quite good and quite bad about Christopher Nolan in one convenient 5-hour watch.
5 hours?
It's not 5 hours. It's actually one. I think it's quite short as its films go. I think it's a brief skip through.
A brief escapade
with magicians.
Is he the one brother to the other Nolan sisters, or are they not related?
Yes. They were all his sisters formed a band, and they were all singing outside while Christopher Nolan was inside on a cold Christmas morn, and his mum was going, "Go on."
The rest of the family going, "I'm in the mood for dancing," and he's in the corner going, "I'm in the mood for making movies."
Come on, Christopher, come out. You'll never make anything of yourself reading your Batman comic books. Oh, how wrong you are, mother. How wrong indeed. He threw a scarf over his shoulder and put on it. He's someone who rarely wears hats, but I always assume wears hats. You see him interviewed.
You've only ever seen him visually inside, like when he's being interviewed. But when he goes outside, he's like, "Good day to you, sir," and then like puts on what kind of hat?
A very wide brim fedora,
just a sombrero wherever he goes.
It's like he doesn't allow. There's like stuff like, oh, he never allows chairs on set. It's like, yeah, unless it's siesta time. Why have you got the mariachi band? It's time for everyone's nap, Christopher.
Yeah, can we get that recomposed by Hans Zimmer? Shall we begin?
Let us begin.
Is this enough? With James O'Donoghue and David Hoare.
Now is the winter of our discontent, made glorious summer by this son of York, and all the clouds that lowered upon our house welcome you to this episode of Is This Enough? The excellent and brilliant game show podcast that is both excellent and brilliant. My name is James O'Donoghue, and with me, as always, is David Hoare. This is the truly excellent and brilliant game show that is both excellent and brilliant. I've written that too many times in my notes. We've come
we
up...
get copy paste on that at some point.
Watch this space. We've come up with 3 rounds each, and neither of us knows which the other one has prepared. Along the way, we might have some special rounds and special guests. Who's to say? What we do know is that we play for points. And what do points mean?
Points.
No.
Points means points. I learned that
No.
on question time.
Hello and welcome to Competitive Question Time. The man at the back of the red jumper. Yes, I would like to ask the panel why the NHS is so underfunded at the moment. Well, Minister for Health, yes, well, I think it's underfunded because of the previous Labour administration. Thank you, Minister for Health. That will give you 20 points.
Andrew, for all of that, I was just thinking, when has question time not been competitive? No, they've never been on it and been like, oh, we all agree.
You know what points they're competing for? Percentage points in the polls.
Points. Carry
points. There is all to play for, of course, because there are points, and where there are points, there will be prizes. That's what we call Forsyth's Law. There is a prize for the winner and a forfeit for the loser. Last week, I won and was given a mini egg. But David lost and was given a maxi egg. David, how are you with your maximum egg?
My maximum egg broke my camera seconds before we were about to record. This is a separate camera. Luckily, I have a backup camera, which isn't as good and sort of gives me a washed out look, which James suggested. What did you say? I'm in a Netflix show that's gone to Mexico.
Yeah. The scenes in like Mexico or maybe the Middle East in Netflix where it's like yellow haze.
Ding, 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 ding.
So the prizes this week are very exciting because they're going to be introduced by our special guest. David, she's a big fan of yours and she's very excited to be here. So to present us our prizes, I'm just going to usher them into the chat now. 1 second, folks. This is very exciting. Hello, David. It's me, Margaret Thatcher.
Oh, no.
Now listen here, you naughty boys. I'm Margaret Thatcher, a big fan of David's because of his excellent grasp on free market economics, sensible deregulation of the financial sector, and I like the song you do about shampooing your pubic hair. I said to Dennis, you know that new sound you've been looking for? Well, listen to this. And do you know, he never came harder. The prize winner this week, the prize for the winner this week is a peerage in the House of Lords. And the forfeit for the loser this week is to have a scrub out at the bottom of the septic tank. And I warn you, it's been curry night for 5 nights in a row.
Blimey. That's crazy. Well, I can't believe you managed to get Margaret Thatcher. Difficult get. Very difficult
she's dead. And David, with that, it's over for round 1. So it's over to you.
Round one.
James, round one this week is called Amen Rule Knowledge.
We've not recorded these for a while. People
This is
listen
the
at
first
home.
full episode with video, which is good for my camera crashing.
This is the first full episode. This is also good because I've still got eyeliner on from last night. And
James went to go see The Cure. I guess. I just assume all people with eyeliner on have recently seen The Cure somewhere. There they go. James, the most sampled drum break of all time is called the Amen break. And you're like, I wonder whether I've heard that. Of course you have. It's been sampled over 6,000 times.
Whoa.
You're wondering whether you've heard it before. Did I get a version of it to show you? I think I meant to, but did I? I can't remember. Is it this?
I like who's here?
No,
That's
you.
not. That's me.
That's the Amen break. Oh my god, how exciting! It was from the song "Amen Brother" by the Winstons, played by Gregory Sylvester G.C. Coleman. Gregory didn't get proper credit on the track, and he died poor, despite the track being sampled over 6,000 times. And it's pretty much the foundation of jungle music. Jungle is massive, but the royalties weren't. I'm going to play you.
Oh, no.
I'm going to play you 3 drum breaks, and you just have to tell me what they're called. It's an either-or structure, because if this podcast didn't have structure, it might fall apart and become unwieldy. So, question number 1. James, is this... have a listen. Is that hot pants or cold trousers break?
I'm going to say hot pants.
What's your thinking there?
Cold trousers sounds like you have left your trousers outside while it's too cold, and then they snap.
Or an Aardman thing, probably. James, you are correct.
Gromit!
I've got the cold trousers.
I can't afford to put the heating on to dry them. And they play the theme, but it's in a minor chord.
Correct. James, that's 40 points for you there. Question number 2.
Yeah, that's you're
Keep on
playing.
pressing your ones and not my
Yeah.
ones. This is a flawed format. Great. James, is that do the do? Or, sorry, I can't tonight, I'm washing my hair.
I'm going to say again, do the do.
Any reason why?
It sounds slightly less British. Unless
Correct.
do is in stag do.
That's from Curtis Blow. Yes, that is do the do. And finally, James, number 3, and I'm going to click the correct button this time. There you go.
James O'Donoghue, Shags Puffins. James O'Donoghue, Shags Puffins.
This is a scandal. I am my name's being besmirched.
James, was that break called irritable break syndrome, or puffin the puffin till the puffin comes?
Where do all the lies end? I'm going to say irritable break syndrome.
Correct. That's another 40 points for you there, putting you on a casual 120 points so far, which means that you're in the lead, and that's very exciting.
Whoa.
James, it's over to you for round 2.
Round 2.
Round 2. David, what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Correct. That is 10 points.
Fuck yeah.
David, Round two is called JOOLS HOLLAND.
You
JOOLS
may have heard
Holland.
some of this audio before because I may have clicked the wrong buttons. What?
Jules Holland, OBE, is an English pianist, band leader, singer, composer, and television presenter. He was originally a member of the band Squeeze and has worked with many artists, including Mark Ullman, Joss Stone, Jane County, Tom Jones, Jose Feliciano, Sting, Eric Clapton, Mark Knopfler, George Harrison, David Gilmour, Ringo Starr, Bono, and Ruby Turner. As host of Middle Class and Middle-Aged Orgiastic Frenzy, the Hootenanny, on New Year's Eve, he's often seen buzzing around the set, talking to the guests and musicians. The only problem is that he speaks so fast, it's like Eminem has taken up auctioneering. So, I've scoured the archives and found some clips of him speaking incredibly speedily, and I want you to listen to see if you can identify them. This is worth 1999 points each because Jules Holland parties like it's 1999, unencumbered from the unfolding horrors of the 21st century.
That's so exciting. I have two things to say here. Number one, when you were listing off all of the names that Jules Holland has played with, I was terrified you were going to list every single person they've jammed with at the Hootenanny because we'd still be here until New Year's. Secondly, how many identical twin brothers and sisters does he have?
David, he has one identical twin sister. Wow.
Julia Holland. Carry on.
So, David, I've got some audio here. It might sound a little bit familiar. And I want you to see what old Jewel himself is saying. And ladies and gentlemen, who's he? What's he saying, David?
Can I get it one more time?
And ladies and gentlemen, who's he?
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Hoosiers?
Yes, David, that is indeed what Jules is saying. So you've won yourself 1,999 points.
Fuck yeah.
Question 2.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat with Roland Rivron.
Ladies and gentlemen, Roland Rivron?
Oh, very close. I'm afraid I can't give you that.
Roland Rivron is always at Hootenanny, though.
It's
right?
Let's have a chat with Roland Rivron.
Nah!
Which is, of course, a part of the night where everything comes screeching to a halt so we can all Google Roland Rivron.
What? Other than Hootenanny, Roland Rivron is always at Hootenanny.
He's always at the Hootenanny.
What is he promoting? What is the last thing that Roland Rivron did? I'm about to
his
Google
socials.
Roland Rivron. Roland.
He's here to promote his socials. He's doing the 3 a.m. Mr. Beast challenge on children's YouTube.
Yeah, I think he's fighting Jake Paul next week. For 18 months, Rivron drummed for Jules Holland's Rhythm and Blues Orchestra. That explains everything. Why are you here, Roland? I drummed with him once. Yeah, but not anymore. Yeah, but I did. Okay.
He did. You can't deny it. Question 3. Would you like that again?
Sailor Jerry. Hang on. One more time.
Okay, you're close.
Save the leopard?
No, you're close with Sailor Jerry. It's a nautical themed person that is usually at the Hootenanny.
Captain Birdseye?
No. Captain Birdseye is not at the...
By the way, this is another public call for the internet to find me the video of when Birdseye Fish Fingers went up against taking all the additives out of their food. And they had some sad children listing off additives. It's a sad music on a fake boat. And then at the end, Captain Birdseye appeared and went, "Not in my fish." I didn't imagine it. It definitely happened. I'm once again putting the call out. Somebody send me that video. I want to see it. Not in my fish. Nautical themed. Blue Peter?
Okay. It's 3 words. They all begin with an S.
The SS are here?
The SS. Yeah. I'd make a similar noise to that if the SS turned up.
The SS Hoosiers?
The S now will sail away on that venerable ship. The
Is it
SS
Enya? It's
Hoosier.
Enya.
David, do you want the answer?
Let me have one little think. A nautical themed?
It's a nautical themed.
It's not going to be Ellen MacArthur, is it? I'm just trying to think of nautical themed people.
Is that
who,
now? Is that MacArthur?
who might be so they're at Hootenanny
They're at Hootenanny.
and they're nautical themed.
Yeah.
Tim Pugwash, Tom the Cabin Boy. I've no idea. Go for it.
David, it's C6 Steve.
Ah!
C6 Steve. He's very excited to see C6 Steve.
He's very excited to see Steve. I can't even say it myself.
I'm excited for Steve.
C6 Steve got his own brand of marijuana called C6 Sativa. We are here. Is this enough? Never endorse drugs. Go on.
And then final one for Jules. I got my whereabouts on the November 1963.
Is that him at a sheep auction?
It's not him at a sheep auction. It's
Alabama.
I got my whereabouts on the November 1963. It's not Alabama 3. It's not going to be playing boogie piano over. Woke up this morning, got myself gone. It's boogie woogie.
He does love a bit of boogie woogie, doesn't he?
He loves a boogie woogie piano.
We haven't seen this lady since 1993. Is it Gabrielle?
David, I'm sorry. I cannot account for my whereabouts on the 23rd of November, 1963. However, you finish that round with 2,009 points, which puts you in the lead somewhat.
That's fucking fantastic. Thank you very much.
That's okay, David.
Fantastic.
So, without further ado, it is over to
Round 3.
you.
Seamless. James, round 3 is called Pistachios. No, James, round 3 is called
Where?
Coming Out of Your Shell. Sponsored by Pistachios. No, round 3 is called James. How are you? How are you, James?
Yeah, I'm alright. It's alright, isn't it? It's alright. It's alright. It's alright. It's fine. It's alright. I am in pain right now because I decided to go to the gym this morning, which is given for those of you watching. I work hard for the money that I send to Gym Group every month. If those of you watching
That's
at
some
home,
pure gym. Anyway, sorry, carry on. I'm being very disruptive.
I decided to go to the gym, and today was a day off from day job, meaning that I can go at a point where it's quiet, which is always good. What today seems to be the day that all the Hasidic Jews turn up for the gym. And you know what? Good on them. Have fun. Working on a lot of upper arm strength for them tunnels out in New York.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are they doing a lot of curls? Is that a joke I'm allowed to make?
That's very good. Hair texture
okay?
jokes. That's quite good.
David Hoare, treading carefully. David.
It's a lot on bikes, a lot on rowing, a lot on anything that is a mode of transportation in case it all goes wrong and we have to up sticks and leave.
Oh, okay, keep it light.
Let's keep it light. But yeah, no, other than that, I've decided one of my New Year's resolutions is to just be more honest and open with what I'm not good at and try and make accommodations for that instead of
Mm.
struggling away and being a dickhead. So I've decided to start listening to audiobooks.
Yeah.
Because I am dyslexic a wee bit, which means that reading is just physical effort for me.
Yeah.
So while I was in the gym, I was listening to the audiobook of Ulysses by James Joyce.
Holy fuck.
And because it's like, okay, you're going to listen to it. That's easy. It's like, no, I'm going to work for my knowledge. Yeah, stately plump but Mulligan came from the stairhead.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's quite good. Tell you
How
what,
long is the audiobook for Ulysses?
36 hours.
I'm gonna say you're gonna be putting in a shift with that one.
Yeah.
Welcome
I am.
to the audio side, by the way. My girlfriend and I, who own several books and allegedly can read, both exclusively to audiobooks now. But I started with like Ready Player One, something easy to ease me in with Will Wheaton going. "Brr." That's my impression of Will Wheaton. I'm not very good at impressions.
Yeah.
You
I
started
love-
with Ulysses, which is really I like how you're like, I'm gonna make life easier for myself by just doing audiobooks. Ulysses.
Ulysses. I love that your impression of James of Will Wheaton was Kenneth Williams.
Brr.
Shut up, Wesley. You
Brr.
ain't get to walk 5 like that. There's Klingons on the starboard bow. Hell vulgar.
I'm going to be killed for cartwheeling. Brr.
Carry on up the warp engine would be great.
Get it made.
Get it made. Get it done.
Send me Bird's Eye first, then get it made.
Through AI, all things are possible.
Mm. So how is it working out to Ulysses? Who's the narrator? Do you know who the narrator is?
It's an Irish guy with a very lovely sonorous voice.
Okay.
Narrated by Patrick Gibson and Declan Kibbard.
Okay.
The very sonorous.
That's
lovely.
Good. The problem with audiobooks is there could be a book that you really want to read. I don't know if you still call it reading when you listen to it. There's a book you want to ingest, but the narrator is terrible. So finding a good one is great, and to the point that my girlfriend has started listening to audiobooks or with this. She found an author she liked, and then that narrator is really good. So she listens to books that that narrator does now.
Oh, cool.
It's sort of like new way of like finding new books. It's like this person read that, so I'll give that a go because I like the sound of their voice.
Nice.
Mm.
It's a good way to do it.
I've not thought of doing Ulysses. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this.
It's an investment.
ADHD, so I still get distracted quite a lot. So I don't know if I could do 30 hours of Ulysses.
But because it's sort of like going at the speed of thinking, it's kind of on sometimes it requires a lot of effort to stay with it.
Yeah,
because you're having someone thinking about someone who they have slept with, and then suddenly they're thinking about Hamlet, and you're like, I don't understand how we got here. It's because your mind for 2 seconds went, I might go to the shops, and in that 2 seconds, James Joyce has gone, how about this little fucking curveball, you little fucking English little bastard? You like that? You like that, you little... You like that? What's this? Was this a small essay about Sinn Féin in the middle of the book? Oh no, not from my perspective, from a different person's perspective. How about that? Oh, is this someone talking about how Hamlet is Shakespeare? Enjoy that? Do you enjoy that?
Christ,
that's actually what he sounded like as well.
I've listened to and read physically several Terry Pratchett books, and I fucking love them. But in every Terry Pratchett book, just before the conclusion, my mind wanders, but I carry on. And then all of a sudden something's happening and I'm like, wait, I got lost. And I try and find out where I was and I get confused. And I can't tell if that's Terry's fault or my fault. I believe in Terry Pratchett so much, I'm considering it's my fault, but maybe it's Terry's fault. Just underneath in the audiobook, when it gets to just like solving everything, my brain just goes doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Fantastic. So, well, congratulations on learning to work with yourself. As you know, I'm a big proponent of that.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it makes
Yeah.
life so much better. Now I have glasses because I started working with myself, and I can see what you really look like, which is beautiful.
Oh, you look like a real bloody nerd. I tell you that for free.
Yeah. For those
Hey.
of you who have already thought about it, the first comment I got on any content I put up wearing my glasses was, bro somehow manages to look like Taron Egerton and Jeffrey Dahmer at the same time. Thanks, internet.
Hey, Taron Egerton's the little Welsh lad, isn't he?
The one that done Elton John and Kingsman.
I knew someone who did panto with him in Aberystwyth,
Nice.
and yeah, they were
Oh no, you didn't. Fuck yes. Yes.
Come, David.
Fucking.
Come, David.
Come
It goes
on.
like that. It's beneath you.
Behind you. Have you ever been to a panto? Have you ever been in a panto?
I've not been it. Panto is like started with an acting agency. They said, look, what would you do? What wouldn't you do? And I said, look, here's some companies I don't want to do adverts for, mainly like arms dealers, the Conservative Party, gambling people, stuff that's like actively oil companies. Probably not. Probably not. Definitely not. Probably not. Unless it's
oil companies, arm dealers, and panto.
But and then they went, okay, cool. We're mainly checking if you would do panto. And I went, oh no.
Okay.
No, it's hardcore. Panto's hard. You're doing like 3 or 4 shows a day. You're throwing sweets at kids. There's a sword fight. You have to deal with someone from
of comedy that all the comedians just disappear into panto between December and January 15th. They just disappear.
Because like what I feel with panto is like the ensemble cast work themselves to the point of near death, and then you have like the big celebrity person that it all kind of like revolves around. And I think the big celebrity person maybe gets a bit of an easier ride than the recent graduate from like Lambda who is sweating spinal fluid.
Okay. I think you should do it just so that I can find out firsthand what it's like. Secondhand, I guess. I can find out from you. As somebody who's not interested. I'm always really interested to see somebody that doesn't want to do something like their report back. And I mean that in a very light-hearted way. Don't take that in the wrong way. But just like
there was a Louis
somebody
Theroux...
who goes to like see a band who doesn't like them and then come away being like, okay, or like, no, that was terrible.
Louis Theroux did a panto for he did an interview with...
I was spending time with Damon Everett.
No, it was Keith Harris and Orville he was spending time with. It's one of the most depressing bits of TV I've ever seen, because Keith Harris actively hates Orville, and he's like, "This little beggar's ruined me life." It's really, it's quite distressing. It's quite
crazy.
It's fantastic telly. Don't get me wrong.
Lovely bit of telly, that.
And it's real, like, kind of late 90s, early 2000s Louis, where he's really looming over. Really, why are you here? Why are you doing this? Why are you... Louis Theroux is a bit like the Superman villain Brainiac, who arrives at a planet and sucks up information and then captures a city and moves on. Which is the second Brainiac reference we've had in this recording.
Yeah, I nearly melted when you said that because I was about to go like, with John Tickle, but I thought I'd let you speak. Also, all the time you were saying it, my brain was going, can somebody make Theroux the Dragon's Eye? Which is probably a thing you don't know, right? Okay, so... Remember
What's
the
great-
90s?
But what's great with since you got glasses, you've got a whole new visual language of we're getting this kind of David Hoare because you get the glasses adjusting David Hoare, which is a
Oh,
whole
I
different.
noticed it as I was doing it because you started pissing yourself
Right.
laughing.
Excuse me, I think you'll find in the 1990s.
So in the 90s, there was a thing called Look and Read, which was a TV show designed to help kids read.
Well, I
in
fucking didn't watch
education.
it, did I?
No, now we all read audiobooks. So they had different ones, and they were all kind of mental, and it was each like a different kind of like maybe like 10 episode narrative storyline. And the one that I remember the most is Through the Dragon's Eye. Hey, you've got Google. You don't have to bring it up in this visual format. Just Google Through the Dragon's Eye for me and look at the images that you see. I can't remember what the other ones were, but there were some weird ones.
Jesus.
Look and read. Yes, absolutely gut-wrenchingly terrifying. Fucking makeup and outfits and costumes and everything. And they
Deborah
thought
Meaden looks rough.
that was the best way for them to teach us to read. Apparently, I would like to see that, but Louis Theroux combined. Thank you. Find me Captain Birdseye. What was the other thing you wanted? And then this.
Yeah.
We're making a list
What?
of demands today.
It was Carry On.
Carry on. Carry on in the
What? Why can't you read?
warp core.
Are you stupid?
Anyway, we should get James. At the end, yes, I am stupid. At the end of that round, you've got yourself 2,000 points for that round, bringing you to a casual 2,120. James, it's over to you.
Round 4.
James, it's over to you.
No, David.
I'm all right. Readjust my glasses. I'm doing okay, thank you very much. What have I been up to? I usually make notes for what I've been up to, and I definitely haven't done that. I have been gigging quite a lot, which is good. I've been doing some charity gigs here and there, which is kind of traditional in January, where getting people out to places, so that's good. We just did Chops comedy last 2 weeks back up and running the comedy show I run in Bristol at Bar 57. Last week we had Susie Bennett headline, and last night we had the phenomenal Andrew O'Neill headline, who is fucking brilliant, and they're fucking wonderful. So that was great. And we put on to sale some one-off special event. We're doing a double preview, which is 2 previews by Fern Brady in one evening, and they sold out in like 2-3 hours, which is pretty great. And we've got another one set up soon, which is very exciting. So yeah, things are going okay. And I've been making ambient music again out of nowhere. Just started doing it. Entirely sure why. I feel like there's creative pursuits in life that you're like, I want to do that. And then for me, I'm like, okay, I'm going to concentrate on this. Oh God, I've made an ambient album again. Ha! But I also went home to see my mother for her birthday on the day of recording this. It was my mum's birthday yesterday. So happy birthday, mum. And actually, I can tell you this. We took the dog with us. And so it was my dog at my mum's house with my nieces were there and brother-in-law and my sister. I suddenly, I don't know if you've ever been at an event with family where somebody like presents a new baby and everyone there's just waiting for their turn with the new baby.
Yeah.
Like my godfather even came over or everyone was just kind of like trying to muscle in on the turn to play with my dog, and I suddenly was like, "This was what it'd be like if I could be asked to have a child," which I can't. Where like the nieces were trying to play with the dog, but all of a sudden my brother-in-law, who is older than me, just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Was like, "It's my turn now to play with the dog. I'm going to hide the toy and make the dog fetch it." Bah! And that was kind of lovely.
Nice.
So I managed to get that feeling without having to, jizz. I don't know.
That's right. He's never jizzed in his life.
I just meant in terms of creating children. God, that was a reductive statement. But yeah, things are going okay, and we're gonna keep on rocking in the free world. I'm excited to do this. The thing is, my brain gets consumed by the new sort of next thing I'm supposed to be making, which is why I think I accidentally made so much ambient music. But I'm really excited to do more of this podcast.
Yeah,
It's meta.
it's good. No, it's definitely listed for listeners listening below. Hello,
Below and under.
For listeners listening
Australian
at home
listeners.
or watching now, as it may be. Look, the podcast. It was the last chance saloon. We were turning up in tears, going, "We don't want to do this." Big Uncle podcast was there, going, "Get back to work, boys." It was the worst thing I've ever been through. But thanks to some software David found, and now I get adverts for every time I turn on YouTube.
Oh, really?
It's good. It's good. It's a new lease of life.
I even paid for it so we don't get the duck. No duck here.
Oh, no duck here, folks. Oh, there'd be no duck for you.
Put your hoisin away.
Hey, is this any vegan meal deal? Because there's no duck here. I love the no duck fucking wrap. Yeah. It's fine for the first time you have it.
Majority of wraps don't contain duck, other than duck wraps.
Like, it's also like you can tell the economy has gone tits up since a couple of years ago, because the veganuary choices this year, now extra. Now
I
extra.
think I really noticed this January, the amount of people who have become anti any kind of veganuary, dry January, health choices.
Yeah.
They've been like, "Hang on a second, we're just being sold to. This is all just marketing."
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Which is kind of really pleasant.
More people are realizing that they can choose to live like a Roman emperor on a chaise longue, being fed grapes, going, "I will engage in all of my wonders. I'm an Epicurean."
Great. Yeah, I think that is how it is. So, yeah, that's how I am. What I'm going to do is, because I didn't think that was as exciting as it could be for How Are You, I'm just going to show everyone my dog. So, come here. Oh. You say hello. Hello. Hello, James.
It's dog time.
Hello.
It's
your
dog
best
time.
friend. It's your best friend. Great. So that's how I am.
Hey, well, David, at the end of that, I'm going to give you 675 points. So you are up to 2,684 points.
Oh.
David, just like that, it's over. To you.
Round 5.
James, round 5 is called James O'Donoghue. Do you think you are?
Ah, bloody, we got me. We got me.
I'm going to ask you 6 questions from a personality test to find out who you really are. And I'll input that information into a database. And at the end, that will give us a personality, which will give you a score.
David, can I tell you something? I bloody love a personality test.
Yeah, have you ever Myers-Brigged?
I tell you what, if the Scientologist came knocking, I couldn't say no.
Some of the most disruptive people I've ever met in a comedy show who like feel the need to like come up to comedians afterwards and talk at them will go on about their Myers-Briggs score. They'll be like,
Yeah.
ENFPF or whatever it is. And I'm like kind of sort of like crossing the boundary of like, you know, sometimes the green room of a comedy show is just the corner of a room. But that's just where the
Yes.
comedians are. And you
Yeah.
don't really want anybody else. And like suddenly somebody appears and they're like, you're like ENFP or something, aren't you? You're ENFP because I am as well. Like creative people, right? Because I feel like creativity is like, and you're like, fucking hell. So yes, I'm going to ask you 6 very intense personality questions, and you just have to answer them as honestly as possible.
Sweet.
And we'll put that into the database and find out who you are, James O'Donoghue. Question number 1. Would you rather kill a chicken or buy an air fryer?
Oh.
Because if you kill a chicken, that chicken is dead. But if you buy an air fryer, that's all you can talk about now.
It's gonna have to be kill a chicken. I can't be about. Oh, if you put it in the air fryer, oh, you can make chips. Yeah.
Okay, I'll kill a chicken. Right, we'll put that in. Lovely. Okay. Question number 2 in this personality test. James O'Donoghue. How many times have you been to Legoland?
Oh fuck! I'm gonna say 4.
4 times. All Windsor?
There are other Legolands.
You know, Lego's made in Denmark.
Get out of town.
They have. That's where Legoland was first.
What?
The Legoland in Denmark, and it's way bigger than this one. Yeah.
Next week's episode will be brought to you straight from Denmark.
Oh yes. Okay. Okay. I genuinely think from either next episode or the episode on from that, we will have a Patreon live. And so we'll just have like a goal of getting like, is this enough live show?
Is this enough to
Legoland?
get us to Denmark?
I'm here for it. Okay, 4. That's amazing. How old were you the first time and how old were you the last time?
I think 4 the first time, or maybe 6,
Okay.
and then maybe 10. I think it was a once a year thing for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah,
O'Donoghue's to Legoland.
absolutely.
Was it really built up over the year? We need to get a drum snare.
We need a soundboard. We should get a soundboard that isn't.
Jules
Slap.
Holland and me playing it. Right.
I'm not going to take those down as well.
Oh,
Sort of like, this exist.
Jesus Christ. Okay, I've put that information into the database. Question number 3 in this very important personality test. James,
Yeah.
what's your favorite pizza topping?
Oh, bloody hell. I tell you what, since going vegan, that's very difficult. Before when I was a meaty boy, probably anchovies. I love the bloody anchovy. The salty bastards of the
Really?
sea. Absolutely. Since going vegan, I'm going to be controversial here. I'm going to say vegan cheese on pizza is getting pretty good. That being said, olive.
Olive. Okay. Wow. You would kill a chicken 4 times at Legoland. Olive. Question number 4 in this personality test. James, if a man broke into your house and started eating your shoes, would you shout, "No, my soul," before doing anything about it?
Yes.
Fantastic. That's good.
For fear of the soles of my shoes and also the metaphysical soul, because
Yeah.
I will have to kill him.
Yeah.
I got some nice shoes. You can't be eating them.
There's some lovely shoes in your house.
That's a very good shoe.
One of the weirdest sentences I've said, but both you and your partner like a shoe and like
It's a shame. It's a shame
an
you wear them,
interesting
under.
shoe. And also Some people really like shoes, but they get flimsy shoes. You both like a sturdy shoe.
We both like to dress like we are drawn by Jamie Hewlett.
Ba, 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 ba. I need a shoe to help me through. Fantastic. I put that into the database. Question number 5, James. What's your preferred lozenge?
So
Got
a
sore throat
lozenge.
from killing a guy.
So a lozenge is. It's not just any boiled sweet. It has to have that kind of medicine-y center, right?
Medicinal.
It
boiled
has to be a
sweet, I think.
medicinal.
I've just realised that maybe boiled sweets were what weed was, but like 80 years ago, where like you can't have boiled sweets; they're illegal. Actually, it's medicinal.
I would say that I'd say holes. A holes is like, oh, fucking hell. That's gonna get you where you're going.
Yeah, with the little divot as well that you can put your
With the
tongue
divot. Yeah, and you're like, I'm awake now.
in. Yeah, solid choice. Absolutely solid choice. I've put that into the database. That's
Holes.
good. I like a Jakeman's. And question number 6. The last.
I've
one of the
often
day.
heard you're sucking on a fisherman's friend.
Is that Will Wheaton? Question number 6. Do you prefer eating Marmite or shoes?
Shoes when they're in other people's houses.
Spoiler alert, you were the one breaking in. Okay, shoes. Fantastic. I will put that into the data bank. Let's see how you did.
From the data analysed, it is clear that James O'Donoghue shags puffins.
No!
Oh, what a lot of fun. So, James, we've worked out that your personality is shagging puffins. That's good. That gets you 420 points.
It's not my
Blaze it.
whole personality.
It's most of it, isn't it? So, James, at the end of that round, that puts you on a cool 2,540 points. It's over to you.
Round 6.
Round 6 is called. That sounds a little bit political to me, mate. David, David, this year is going to be a bit of a bumpy year for elections happening worldwide. And there will be lots of songs used in political campaigns. Some of them have been pretty iconic, and it encapsulates a movement, such as the verse in Things Can Only Get Better by D. Ream about illegal land wars in the Middle East. Weird they put them in. But some will be surprising. So,
do you know who played the keyboard in D-Ream?
Professor Brian Penises.
Correct, carry on.
Here are... shut up. I got an email just now that really put me off. It's not like a... It was just a marketing.
Is it Brian
email.
Cox being like, to whom it may concern?
It's from the Tony Blair Institute. Are these yes? Are these songs that have been used in political campaigns, or have I been on the political champagne? If you know what I mean. Drunk. I'm asking if you think that I'm drunk.
Mm-hmm.
So, are these political songs? These are all worth 1776 points.
Oh, Jesus.
So, David.
Yeah.
Is this a political song? Please, please, please let me get what I want. Has this been used in a political rally?
Oh. Yes. By Donald Trump.
Yes, that is indeed a Trump rally. Please, please, please let me get what I want by the Smiths. Was used, I think, maybe just last night.
Really?
Yeah.
And Morrissey allowed that?
Morrissey might have. Johnny Marr's quite angry.
Yeah,
I think a lot of them, they'll use it without checking. It's a kind of use now, apologize later kind of thing.
Yeah, that's when a Republican senator used a Rage Against the Machine song.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Next question. Queen Bitch by David Bowie.
I think yes.
That is indeed correct because it was used by Ted Heath. To describe Harold Wilson, that is. We're playing the song. There's a big picture of Wilson, and he was going, Ted Heath there, everyone. If you tolerate this, then your children will be next by the Manic Street Preachers.
That is a song about the is it Cambodia? So, but you said what? But somebody might have used it like, I feel like some kind of Corbynist sort of person might have used it to describe the Tory party. Let's go with yes.
It is used for I'm going to give you the point anyway. It has been used for a political campaign. It was for the BNP.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
I know.
Did they know what it was about?
Probably not.
Yeah.
They were like, tolerate these immigrants, then your children will be next. Well, your children will be an immigrant next.
It's a song about genocide, lads.
Yeah.
Is this a bit like when Born in the USA was used by Ronald Reagan because he was like, I'm born in the USA.
I am born in the USA.
Bruce
And everyone was like,
this song is criticizing the USA.
And he was like, so am I. Criticizing it because I'm not running it. 4 years, please. Fight Song by Rachel Platten.
By Rachel Platten?
Platten?
I don't know what that is. Yes?
Yes, it was used for Hillary Rodham Clinton. And Take On Me by Aha.
Was that for Alan Partridge's political campaign?
It was not for that, David. It was for Honest Abe Lincoln, of course. So, David, at the end of that round, you've won yourself a further 7,104 points on top of your already quite generous 2,684 points. So you have 9,788 points.
How exciting.
Handsomely in the lead.
Let's go over to the results.
David, at the end of that, I'm going to have to pass over. What is it? Pass over already? No, I'm going to pass over to our scorekeeper today.
Oh, no.
Well, David, at the end of the show, you've won. Quite handsomely, might I add. Ha, ha, ha. David, I'm going to launch you into the House of Lords. So have fun with that. And as for that horrid little commie oik Jew, I've got a special load of poops for him to clean. Whoa, dear me. Well, that's
Thanks, Margaret. It's good to see you. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Keep on rocking in the free world of hell. So, David, at the end of that, you've won, I've lost. This has been Is This Enough? You can find our socials at Is This Enough Pod on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Do please email us at isthisenoughpodcasting@gmail.com. We really love your emails. We will read out all of them when they arrive. Please let them arrive. I've been James O'Donoghue. You can find my socials at Is That James O on Insta and X, and Let the James Begin on TikTok. And David, where can people find you?
James, you can find me on the internet at Is This Enough Pod? I am at David Hoare LOL on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube. Please go find me there. Also, if you're in the Bristol area, check out at Chops Comedy and come see one of our shows live.
Check them out. They're very good, please.
Yeah, and if you want to hear some of my old ambient music, check out Branching Audio on the streaming platforms. I think we can all agree that this has been seamless podcasting.
For those of you listening, David has just included a graphic here that says seamless podcasting. Huge.
We're in the future.
Perfectly.
Thank you very much.
Perfectly.
Yes, brilliant. James, do you think this has been enough?
David, I think this has been not enough. Which is why we should have more episodes. Yay! So it's goodbye from me.
And it's Bob Iger from Bob Iger. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you next time.